Just in case you missed it, last time on Frugal Couple.
So we're gonna pull some stuff out this sack.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at these ham steaks.
We got some ham steaks here, you guys.
Oh, man.
That is, it's pretty great.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the video. Y'all, it's been so long. I am so happy to be back, y'all. We've been going through a lot of stuff and we've been a lot of places, so we had to take a little leave of absence, but we are back. And I woke up with a strong hankering for some fried potatoes with sausage. P.S. Comment down below if you know what I mean when I say a hankering, because that's a common word to me, but when I tell it to other people, they say that I should have worked on the set for the Beverly Hillbillies. So I don't know if that's not a common word. It's a common word in my family, but I woke up with a craving for some fried potatoes, and that's what we are going to do. We are going to have some good old-fashioned fried potatoes and smoked sausage. So of course I started with scrubbing my potatoes, which I did off camera because I didn't want to get my camera wet by the water, honestly. Then I'm just going to dice them up, and as I'm dicing them up, I'm going ahead and putting them in a Ziploc bag because I am going to season them actually in the Ziploc bag that I have. I will show you the seasonings that I will be using, but comment down below and tell me, if you guys use a Ziploc bag like this, do you throw the whole bag away? Because when I use Ziploc bags for stuff like this, listen, frugal living tip. Girl, I put that bag in the sink and I wash it out. And I stick it right back in the drawer. You know, no, if I use it for meat, I won't do that. But something like this, I will get 2 or 3 usages out this bag. Now, I'm going to add some oil in it since I'm going to season it in the bag, just so the potatoes have something to stick to them, or the seasonings have something to stick to them. So I was going to do by the cap full, but I got tired. So we're just pouring it in at this point. So I didn't go too crazy with my seasonings. I'm going in with some onion powder. And another key little tip, I'm just going to be seasoning the potatoes. I'm not going to season the meat at all. You guys know smoked sausage is already kind of salty, so I didn't want to go too hard with the salt because that sausage is going to rub off on there. So I also have some garlic powder that I'm going to be using. I actually bought all these spices, seasonings. We weren't able to find any of them, which is, you know, blah, but still. If you can find most of your food and have to buy the seasonings, I still think that's okay. We have some smoked paprika right here, one of my absolutely favorite seasonings of like freaking all time. Smoked paprika just kicks everything up a notch. We have some freshly ground black pepper. It's in peppercorn form. Then you kind of spin it and get it grinding, and yeah, it makes freshly ground black pepper. And last but not least, I'm going in with a little bit of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, another one of my favorites, but I'm going to go very, very, very lightly because like I said, the smoked sausage is going to rub off on the potatoes and that grease is going to soak in, so I don't need a lot of salt. So you guys know my oil is already in there, and I'm just going to have a good old-fashioned shake party to make sure that all of my potatoes are coated. So while I was getting my potatoes all ready, I preheated my air fryer basket for 5 minutes at 350 so it's nice and hot. Once the potatoes go in, I'm just going to spray it down with some oil, put my potatoes in, and go ahead and start it cooking. And this is what they look like going into the pan. You see everything is nicely coated. That oil just spreads around when you shake it, and it just gives everything a little bit of seasoning to clutch to it. So I'm just going to put it in my air fryer, and as you can see, I'm starting it off on about 375 for about 10 minutes to start with, just because I want it to kind of cook first, and then I'm going to go in, shake it around a little bit, and give it a little more time. So after about 10 minutes, guys, this is what it's looking like. The potatoes are definitely not done, but I wanted to open it up, just kind of take a look at it, mash around, see if, you know, how much longer they need it. Now, some of the smaller ones were soft, but some of the larger ones were still a little hard in the middle. So I didn't show it on camera, but I did give my basket a nice hard shake just to kind of move my potatoes around. Since we sprayed that oil, it was really simple to do. I'm putting it back on 375, but I think at this point I only need about 6 minutes. So I did roughly 15-16 minutes total. And while that is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my smoked sausage, even though this is not really smoked sausage. As you guys can see, I had one left and decided to use it. So I'm just going to give this a rough chop and get it ready to go in the air fryer as well. Alright guys, so as you can see, my potatoes are pretty much done. I just got a knife and I wanted to cut in there just to be kind of sure that they were soft, and they are about where I want them. So I wanted to go ahead, add my sausage so they can finish cooking. The potatoes will finish cooking and my sausage will cook. And as the sausage cooked, you guys, I wanted to be sure to put it on the potatoes because they kind of drip down on those potatoes. Y'all, it was so delightful. So I stuck it in there for about 380 degrees for 5 minutes. Oh yes, that is it. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. This is exactly what I had in mind. Yes. Let's get this plated up. So you guys, I forgot to film before I made my plate. I was that excited, hungry, and greedy to have this, but this is what was left over. So it was enough for Babe to have some, and we had just a little bit of leftovers, which I am scooping out and just putting in a Ziploc bag. As a matter of fact, that same Ziploc bag that I use, yes, I'm using it right now as well. Gave it a good washing and it is good to go. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, watching this video, conquering my obsession with these fried potatoes and sausage, y'all. This was so good. I want some more. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and let me show you my plate. Now, you guys, I didn't do anything fancy. It is literally just on a paper plate that we found diving, by the way. However, y'all, this was so good. I added a little bit of ketchup on there, a little bit of parsley, and I think I ate myself crazy. Y'all, it's so good when you have a craving for something and you actually get it. And y'all, all of this was free too. All of this we found in the bins. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.